You don't even like the things that they like. I'm thinking about this guy that I had a crush. I didn't like anything about anything that he liked. Hotness does not mean happiness. Hotness does not mean happiness. If no one's ever told you before. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Generation Red Flag. I am here with my literal true wish to all of you to find the love of your life. I have been married for 10 years this year, together for 15. I went from a super unhealthy dating and relationship cycle to being married, finding the love of my life, and being in the best relationship of my life steady for 15 years. And I want to show you how I did it. Today, we're going to talk about attraction, who we're attracted to, why we're attracted to them. One of the reasons why I do these videos is for self awareness. I think that self awareness is one of the most underrated things in our society right now. I think that being honest with yourself has become taboo. And I think that the more self awareness that we have, the more able that we are to stop the cycles or at least see them. And then once you see something, it's really hard. Like you can't unsee it once you've seen it, basically. So that's my hope. That's my wish. And that's why I do these videos. So if you find yourself attracted to unhealthy people, this video is for you. Attraction is automatic. It is subconscious. You can't control who you're instinctively attracted to, but I do feel that once you become more healed, self-aware, heal things from your childhood, that you are able to become attracted to healthier people. And this is not, I'm not talking about like gay, straight, that sort of thing. I believe that if you are gay, you can't become ungay. That's not what this video is about. If you're the type of girl that loves a bad boy and you're still wondering and confused why you always like end up unhappy, and you don't want to, and you want to be happy, you want to, like, you see happy couples and you're like, why can't I have that, blah blah blah, this is videos for you. I'm talking about the types of people that you're attracted to. Attraction is subconscious and automatic. It comes from early conditioning in our childhood. I think that whatever happens to you in your childhood literally shapes and molds who you're attracted to, whether your parents were nurturing or not, whether they were drinkers or not. Everything about your parents will shape who and how you're attracted to people, the type of smells and sounds. And it's a subconscious wiring and conditioning that happens to you as a child. It goes back to nervous system, feeling of comfort, things that you that's why attraction happens in a split second, because it's not a conscious thought. Like it's just an energy. I 100% believe that your childhood affects you. If you grew up in chaos, you're going to be attracted to a certain type of person. If distance was normal growing up, then that's going to feel normal and like love when you're an adult, even if it's not healthy. Predictability to our nervous system feels good, even if it's bad. Like we want to repeat the cycles that happened as a child subconsciously. Either we're trying to heal and fix them, but we don't know how. For example, I dated a drunken idiot when I was in high school because that's what felt good. The inconsistency felt good. Like the chaos felt good. You very, very well and probably did not learn how to attain and keep a long lasting love. And even if your grandparents did have one of those like relationships where they were together forever, maybe they weren't necessarily happy. And if they were, for some reason, they didn't sit down and explain to us, like, this is how to get what we have. This is how we did it. Or we weren't interested. I don't know. But basically, this generation, like, this is what we're lacking and have forgotten. The unexamined life is something like not worth living or some crap. Don't, I probably will get in trouble from YouTube. What you don't analyze or understand about yourself, you're bound to repeat. So if there's something from your childhood that you don't like, you need to probably get into deep counseling. And by deep counseling, I mean like once a week. You need to set aside an hour and really focus on, just like if you were trying to, go to the gym and lose 5 pounds or do like a home repair in your house, you actually have to put some time and effort into focusing on that thing, whether it's counseling and self-help books, which is my personal remedy. Oh, and videos like this too. Like right now, you're on the healing journey. Like this is part of the healing journey. Like if you have a spark of awareness right now, if you do, please comment, because like that makes me so happy. But if you have a spark of awareness right now, it's like, I never thought about it that way before. That's part of the journey. That's part of the healing. So I'm loving like using my hands. I'm very talky with my hands. My husband's whistling downstairs. That's part of the journey. That's part of the healing. So figure out what works for you. For me, it was counseling. It was deep self awareness, deep honesty, and self help books. I love a fucking self help book. Some people are just genuinely attractive. Some people just have like that charisma, whether it's like the most popular girl and guy in your high school or whatever. There are people that people just meet and people are attracted to them. That doesn't mean just because you have an attraction to someone does not mean that they are a healthy person or a good person for you to date. Like, don't confuse attraction with your mind and brain and heart knowing any fucking thing about like what's healthy, because we're not that smart. Like, we think we're really smart and we know what we want, but we really don't. We rank subconsciously on like a hierarchy of like hotness, probably not a number scale, but like we do have this like subconscious rating of hotness. Just think about why like dorky people in movies are made to look less attractive and why the popular people are made to look more attractive. It's not rocket science, people. Like, let's be honest about this. So I watched this documentary, and I should, if I can find it, I'm going to link that before today, like when our society went psycho, when we would just normally, like before online dating, what would happen is that we would all subconsciously rate ourselves, let's say between 1 and 10. And then the sevens, for example, were naturally drawn to the sevens, and like the sixes were naturally drawn to the sixes. So, like, our biology kind of worked that out for us, that like we would be naturally attracted to people like in our window sphere of possibilities. Although online dating has ruined that, because tens can have anonymous sex with fives and then like ghost them like nothing. And then fives feel like they are going, like they're so close. Like, I got a 10, like he was over, she was over, like, but da, 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 da. But really, you were used for whatever that person wanted or needed from you in that short period of time. And like, you authentically aren't able to attain said person, whatever that is for you. And then we get angry, confused when like that's kind of fucked up our expectations. It's really fucked up our expectations. And remember, it's not just looks. There is so many other factors. Attractiveness is Physical attractiveness is actually based on genetics. So I also watched this documentary, and it was talking about how like the reason why guys like a certain shape or figure subconsciously is because it says that the woman can reproduce. And even if you don't want children, we are genetically wired to be attracted to that type of shape and figure. So you may just have won the genetic lottery or lost the genetic lottery in that specific way. I've met like 4 attractiveness guys that were so fucking dynamic, that were so interesting and confident and outgoing, genuinely knew how to talk to you and made you feel like they actually gave a shit about what you were saying, just like a dynamic, interesting person, that in that split second, they became a 10 to me. I have this thing where when I find someone psychologically attractive, funny, whatever, I find them physically attractive. But that's just for my husband now. For example, you know what makes a guy super hot, judging from like society right now? Money. Let's not fucking lie. So sometimes, yes, you want a hot guy or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't obsessed with having a hot guy. I was more obsessed with having like a funny and nice guy, although I did get a super hot guy. It's just so weird how an unattractive guy can become so super hot, or like get a weirdly hot chick when they have money. It's almost like we don't really care about the way that the guy looks in that moment, but we care about their status and what they can do for us. That can't be right. Here's the other thing about attraction and attractiveness. We do shoot above our league. We are attracted. We cannot help it. I was attracted to the most popular boy in my elementary school, and he would have never dated me, but I couldn't have, like, every girl liked him. We are attracted to people that we cannot attain. That's just, we can't help it. The weird thing now is that in our society, we think we're going to be like the exception. We think we're going to be the lucky one. We think we're going to like break the rule and get like the hottest, coolest guy, even though we really don't have the qualities that the hottest, coolest guy is looking for. The reason why I'm pushing this whole, like hot people, attainable, whatever thing, like it's not to make you feel like shit and like you could never get a hot guy or whatever, But I guess the point is that much like when you buy something that you think is going to make you happy and it doesn't actually make you happy, being with a hot person is not gonna make you happy, genuinely, because the hotness, like, even if they're the hottest person you've ever met, the hotness is not gonna last, and if that's all you care about, you're a superficial person. Like, did you ever stop to think about what that says about you and what you're looking for if all you care about is money and how someone looks, and, like, if they're tall? You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hate that. So, basically, I guess I wanna, like, shake people up and be like, "Hey, like, you just turned down the love of your life because he didn't fit a check score box of like he had to be 5'9". Like the 5'7" love of your life just walked out the door. And if you're willing to give up everything about like that possible future over 2 inches of height, then you don't deserve that person. That's why I do that. I'm so pissed off about that. So if no one's ever told you officially butterflies are a lie. Just because you get butterflies on a date does not mean that that's a healthy and good partner. Just because you're attracted to someone does not mean A, that there's any possibility of you guys dating. B, they like you or have any interest in you. C, you are a good match and would actually be happy with that person. All it means is that your vagina and your primalness is attracted to that person in an instant, in that first instant that you became attracted to that person. Maybe it lasts for a while. Like maybe they just happen to be good looking and like your brain is being tricked to and lied and being told that you want to be with them and that they're a nice person or like they're going to make you happy when really they don't give a shit about you and that they'll always be out partying or whatever the case may be. Or like you don't even like the things that they like. I'm thinking about this guy that I had a crush on in elementary school and like I didn't like anything about anything that he liked. Hotness does not mean happiness. Hotness does not mean happiness. If no one's ever told you before, just because they're hot doesn't mean they're gonna make you happy. You stupid idiot. If calm feels boring to you, then you're addicted to chaos. You have issues. You need to see a counselor. This was one of my issues. I wanted excitement and like drama and like running after each other in the rain and all of this bullshit. When really I'm most happy when my husband is falling asleep on the couch after like a long day of like whether, whatever. And I'm doing, journaling or whatever I do on the couch as we're watching our shows. And it's just like I don't think about checking his phone or, did he lie about this or that or whatever? Like, it's just calm, and that is amazing. I also was the type of person that you don't think that you would do this, and I wouldn't have, like I didn't believe it till later, but, like, I would sabotage good relationships because they either were boring to me or I would talk myself out of them, or, like, I literally, like, as soon as we had like a conversation of like, where's this relationship going? And it was like, well, I think like, this could go somewhere, blah, blah, blah. I would literally go in the bathroom and have a fucking panic attack. So what was that about? I don't fucking know. Psychology of attraction. So you chase after whatever feelings that you didn't get as a childhood, whether it's like consistency or whatever. But then when you get that in a relationship, we often will sabotage and push that person away. You subconsciously feel like turned off. You may even think like, why, if this person really knew such and such about me, they wouldn't want to be with me, or like anybody that would want me in their club, I wouldn't want to be a member of. This is suspicious, or like this isn't gonna last. So like, why bother getting involved? You are probably playing a role, whether it's caregiver, nurturer, mother, whatever it is, like you probably have a role that you figured out that worked for you as a child, and then that subconsciously becomes your role as an adult as well. As I said earlier about the tens hitting the fives, the dating apps that we have really taken away accountability. It's really easy to hook up. It's really easy to find people. And then it's really easy to ghost people as well. And this really hurts, especially after they stuck it in, because our brain literally releases a chemical that tells us that we want to be with this person. Even if we really don't like them that much, you probably are like malfunctioning a little bit. Because of the apps, we have too much choice, which you might think is like, how could that be a bad thing? But it makes us feel like the grass is always greener on the other side. There's so much more options. Like if you don't like every single thing about a person and they're not absolutely perfect, you're really easy to like throw them away because you think that the potential like perfect person is out there, even though you're not fucking perfect. So why the fuck would a perfect person want to be with you? When it comes to attraction, especially in today's society, denial is where it's at. We don't want to have accountability. We don't want to have self awareness. When we get hurt, we always want to blame the other person. Even when we name, breadcrumbing, future faking, these things have become so common that we put names on them. I'm here to say that when you're aware that someone's breadcrumbing you, future faking you, whatever, then that stops being their responsibility to deal with and becomes your responsibility to deal with. If you see someone future faking or breadcrumbing, gaslighting, whatever, and you don't like it, then it becomes your responsibility to end it instead of staying around trying to analyze why they're doing it and figure it out and change it. The question is, why are you staying with someone that is doing this to you? That's the real question. Let's turn the tables. Let's become more accountable. Let's take the power that we have back. And I shouldn't even say little because we have a lot of power. Stop putting your control, your life, everything in other people's, giving them the power, and take back your own life. If you don't like the way you're being treated, then end it. Here's the other thing too. Don't marry people that you are treating you in a way that you don't like. There's a lot of weddings that you go to and it's true, where you're like, why the fuck are these two people even getting married? Here's your gift. Here's where the change can be. Now that you have this information, you can change things. You have the power. Self-awareness is the first step. Being honest with yourself is the first step. Opening yourself to the possibility that there could be something that you are doing that is affecting, causing, making this situation happen again and again is freeing. I'm telling you, it may feel scary to like say, I made a mistake or whatever. I'm not perfect, but it's so fucking freeing because I'm telling you, if you go through life your whole life trying to be perfect, it is exhausting. Or like making excuses for every mistake that you've ever made instead of just saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry is such a fucking freeing. I made a mistake. Now, with this information I have now, I would not have made the same mistake. I apologize for hurting you. And that is that's my gift to you. That's my gift to you, my friends. You don't have to change who you're attracted to. All you have to do is heal. If you heal yourself, I'm telling you, if you go to counseling, if you work on yourself, if you heal yourself, you will become attracted to more healthy people. If you are attracted to, because like, as I said, sometimes subconsciously you just meet someone that's attractive and you're like, that person is attractive. If you are attracted to somebody that's unhealthy, you will see signs way earlier. And then you will say, although I do have attractiveness for this attraction to this person, the desire for health overrides the attractiveness and I will leave, even though I still have some attraction to the person. There. All right. Hope that helped you so much. I love you so much. I want everyone in the world to have a happy relationship like my relationship. Thank you for watching. This is Generation Red Flag. If you want more relationship information from an authentic person that went from being super unhealthy and now is happy and wants you to do the same, then click one of my other videos, okay? Thanks. Bye.